Hello everyone, good evening. It's been great to be part of again with this Vision of AI 2.0. And I am Saravanan Ganesan. I am Microsoft with AI, MEP and IoT MEP as well. I've been having around 10 years of experience in information technology field, and I've been completely into IoT, AI, and programming languages like .NET. Programming frameworks like .NET and languages like C Sharp, Node.js, and then actually other JavaScript frameworks as well. So in today's and also been if you see I have been writing more blogs related to uh, technology stuff in actually both .NET and other programming languages, and then also I have been most probably into IoT domain and AI domain one day. So if you want to know more about myself and about my work at the end of this session, I will be showcasing my LinkedIn profile. Please do connect with me in that, and I can clarify your doubts accordingly. And mainly today, which is related to our session actually, which is little Copilot with .NET. I think how we are going to use GitHub Copilot for the .NET related stuff, actually .NET related program and C# programming actually. Okay, so that I will be going each and every step, and yeah, first of all, I will be explaining what is a GitHub Copilot and what are the features it has, and then apart from this, actually, I will be showcasing some cool features by how to enable it for a .NET based programming environment, and also for how you can make it as a useful programmer for while you coding some stuff in .NET or C Sharp actually. So I'll be sharing my screen with my PPT. It's like so. I hope so. My screen is visible. Yeah, yeah. First of all, hello everyone. Yeah, as I have already introduced myself and about this entire season of AI 2.0, what we are going to cover and all. So if you go into our slides, our next slide is about what is maybe Copilot. Yeah, actually, usually people know GitHub as a product for maintaining the code in the repositories and all actually. But nowadays, actually, they have been offering a very beautiful tool called Copilot, where we can be able to make use of this tool, and you can you be make it as your chat programmer to code the things based upon by giving some commands itself actually. Okay, so Copilot has been really a very useful tool actually nowadays in the market for programmers and for the non-programming persons who want to pursue their or if they want to do some POCs kind of thing. Copilot is very GitHub Copilot is very useful for them to and achieve their knowledges and feed as well actually. So next, if you see your AI chat programmer, what is your AI chat programmer actually? Chat programming is nothing but actually if you're doing a programming task, actually the person who accompanies and gives and resolves your doubt, or if he is capable of answering your doubts is called a car programmer. Now, in this actually in GitHub Copilot, if you see actually the AI itself will be a car programmer. Then GitHub Copilot has some with LLM models which are comprises of most of the GitHub repositories actually. Okay, so in that case, if you see the GitHub Copilot will be it will be your productive AI chat programmer, then where whenever you guys or programming or doing any task related to programming actually it will be let's make use of this AI program and complete task in a very faster way or in a productive way with some more accuracy in it actually. So is it a magic actually? You guys think actually that some tool will be along with us, which will be just generating the code actually. If we use some commands, yes, it will be a magic actually. Because actually the magic is nothing but actually the LLM models which has been created, yeah, which has been used here actually to create some stuffs actually for GitHub Copilot actually. Then it will be taken it as a magic only. Okay, So it's not it's magic actually. If it's really a good tool to help you out in cre- creating very good stuffs and corrective stuffs which is relevant to your project or your use cases. So here actually, this slide actually tells us actually that how GitHub Copilot works. Actually, it's from if you see here actually, it's been like opening a codex to your GitHub Copilot context suggestions, and it will give the respective output in the programming screen actually. So if you see here actually in which IDEs and all GitHub Copilot has been enabled means actually it's widely available in Visual Studio, NeoVim, VS Code, and JetBrains IDEs actually. So these are the IDEs actually where GitHub Copilot has been can be enabled, and you can make use for the you can make use for your corrective programming works actually. So next we will be seeing about some of the features like convert commands to code or autofill repetitive code and show alternatives. Okay, so commands to code in sense actually, if for example if I want to have some things like if I got to give some or want to write some methods or logics which are related to my use case which I want to achieve, I just can give it as a command line, like just double we using the double lines and a prompt. It will definitely give you a function which will be explaining about the logic which you have been mentioned in your prompt. Okay, and then you can also fill the repetitive code automatically. For example, if I want to do like seconds constantly, if it's a kind of a model creation in .NET and all, it sometimes it will be kind of repetitive one. So if you want to create any models actually, this autofill repetitive code also will be used actually. So it will reduce your time in the entire development process as well. And it also can shows the alternatives. Alternatives means actually I have a code. Okay, I want my GitHub Copilot to showcase actually some alternative, because like code optimizations or increase the performance of the code. My or to refactor the code actually. This GitHub Copilot will be used in that way to do the same. Actually, it shows all kinds of alternatives, and it's also used for the code optimizations and performance improvements as well. Okay, and then actually, if you see here, if you see these are some of the example screenshots I have been included, but I will be showcasing it as a demo as well, actually, for you guys. Okay, so improvements. Uh, if you use GitHub Copilot in your the project, actually, what kind of improvements we have over the time period, actually, it actually from June to 2022 now, actually, if you see, we have been doing to 2024. So in that case, actually, 80% of accuracy grades of code acceptance rate has been achieved by the GitHub Copilot, actually. Okay, and then actually you can also ask me that about security vulnerabilities, actually, whichever we face in this GitHub Copilot, actually. So in this case, actually, if you see in the GitHub Copilot thing, actually, we have less security. The code which is generated by the GitHub Copilot will have the less security vulnerability when compared to the code which you have been writing it, actually. Okay, so this is about the security vulnerability about the code which has been generated by the GitHub Copilot. Okay. Okay, then actually, if you see individuals and businesses, actually, okay, we can use a GitHub Copilot for two types of things. Like or either an individual can make use of this GitHub Copilot and they can achieve their things, and we can also use it as an enterprise level as well. So if you see here, if you're using it for an enterprise level, actually, you have some issues like whether if the code which is generated by my GitHub Copilot will be available public, means actually we can block the option here in the GitHub Copilot allow or blocks suggestions, actually. So suggestion matching for public code. GitHub Public can allow or block suggestions matching public code. See GitHub code. You can, if it block it, means actually your public matching code will not be available for your any of your coding things, and your code also will be in a safer pocket. So installation part, if you see, I will be covering it up, and actually in our during our demo, and also will be telling you the lot of important stuffs actually which are there in that. And then also if you see the benefits, actually, if you see, first of all, it will it helps to boost the developer productivity, and it has less context switching. And actually, if you use if the developers use GitHub Copilot, actually we have the great numbers here of like faster completion, and mental effort will be exert less mental effort on repetitive tasks, and spending less time for searching, and stay more in the flow. And if you have a 60% of the full fulfillment in your job, and we have 59% of less, and you guys are less frustrated when you guys are coding actually. Okay, so this is about and psychological safety. If you use GitHub Copilot, you have confidence, morale, and performance. Because I am a programmer who is starting my career as a non-IT guy. Actually, in that case, I doesn't know anything about data structures or any programming languages, syntax, and all. If I have a Copilot in my pocket, actually, it will really improve my psychological behavior of coding. Actually, so that I will have some confidence that someone is there behind us to teach. If I doesn't know anything, they will correct me like that. Actually, so it will be really helpful for the programmer who's starting from the base, and also it will be helpful for the programmers who is actually in expert level as well. Like that, they can be able to improve the coding performance, and they can also optimize the code actually, the or refactor the code whichever they have been using it actually. Okay, and then actually user sentiment. So if you see, 40% of code written by developers using Python was synthesis by Copilot. Actually, Python also has been a very predominantly used programming language here, and we also have .NET and other programming languages also. And 50% of the code which has been generated using Copilot are faster when compared to the code which is done by the programmers. And it's like a we have some things like the examples. We have the real-time examples like I am using GitHub. There is a tweet in the Twitter like I am using GitHub Copilot. This thing is really helpful. It also helps with translations, simple things, and also full sentences. And this is a code he has actually pattern recognition code actually. And if it see here actually, it converted into a very useful and performance based pattern recognized code here actually as a function. And also, if you see, Copilot continues to blow my mind even when writing documentation. You can also use GitHub Copilot as a documented one. Actually, if you see a half of documentation of SWA has been written using Copilot. So most you can use code snippets and documentations and everything which you guys you want. Actually, GitHub Copilot is it's been a really great stuff will be here actually. So we have a number of examples in the world that people have been putting it that how does GitHub Copilot is transforming their lives and their productivity and all actually. So okay, so what we can help in that, it helps to brainstorm, jog your memory, and retain the focus. If you use GitHub Copilot in your projects, actually these trees can be assured in your while you're working in a project actually. Okay, and then we have if you standards QR code actually we have some tools for empowerment like GitHub Copilot Labs and Hey GitHub actually. So if it's standards, we can make you can use some helpful tools to empower your coding strategies actually. So thank you guys. Actually, this is about the presentation I want to tell you actually, and it contains all the things. So let's jump into demo like starting from installation of the Copilot and what are the packages required for .NET to work along with Copilot actually, and then actually I will also speak to you one simple example as well in this part. So I am going to yep. First of all, actually, you guys need to check that actually whether you have a real good okay. You have your GitHub account first of all. So if you see here, just a minute, I need to do a verification here. Okay, so I've done my verification here. So if you go and see, if yeah, this is your GitHub dashboard actually. So if you go and see here, you'll have a, you'll be yeah, having a feature called settings. Okay, and also actually I having a uh, things called your Copilot. Since I have already a GitHub Copilot title pack is available, I have been this year. And if you want to have a individual GitHub Copilot, actually these are the plans you have. Like, if it's been a monthly plan of $10 USD per month, or it's $100 USD per year actually. Okay, so if you want it, you can make use of it and you can enable the subscription here. Once your subscription got enabled, actually, if you see here, you need to go to your settings, and actually you need to tell what are subscriptions was included in your billing part. Do you have a Copilot? So once your billing was actually done, actually you can see here your AI pair programmer has been giving it. Okay, and it has been authenticated as well. Okay, so now once your GitHub Copilot has been enabled actually. Okay, so in this case actually you guys need to switch to another thing actually, like you need to install the same in your DS Code actually for the entire thing. Actually, we are going to use the Visual Studio Code actually. Okay, so in Visual Studio Code, if you see here actually, if I click in extensions button, and you will be having a GitHub Copilot. Okay, here if you can see the GitHub Copilot, actually you need to install this extension. Actually, once you install this extension, it will be prompting you for give your username and password actually here. Okay, so I have given my the username and password here actually. Okay, and then actually if you see here, once this has been enabled here actually, you also see a symbol here actually, which is enabling your GitHub status as ready, GitHub Copilot chat, and we have some things cool here actually. GitHub Copilot as a paraprogrammer, and you can make use of GitHub the Copilot chat as well actually. Okay, so this is how actually you need to install and create an account in GitHub, and you need to subscribe to your GitHub Copilot, and then adding extensions related to it to the GitHub Copilot actually. Okay, so once it is done, actually you guys need to move to the things like actually you need to check whether the .NET is enabled or not actually in your system. Okay, in my system actually it is enabled. System. Yeah. See here, I have a .NET version of I guess it's been 8. Yeah, I have a .NET version of 8. Okay, so if you want to install a .NET actually in your system actually, then if you see here, you need to go here and you need to search for .NET Core 8.0 runtime. We need to install it. Okay, so if this is a page actually there you need to go and install your .NET Core runtime actually in 8.0. And from here actually variety of packages you can install whichever .NET you require actually. So these are the prerequisites for you once you start actually if you are going to start a cat programming for using the Copilot in .NET in environment as well actually. Okay, so this is about the things. Okay, once these prerequisites are achieved and we have a .NET ready in our system, if you see here, I'm actually having one. I want to create one .NET to program actually. Okay, so I will be. I already have a GitHub Copilot here. Okay, so I am actually going to check actually GitHub Copilot chat actually. So if you see here, I have a GitHub the Copilot chat is available here actually. Okay, so if you go and check the terminal or view at command palette and GitHub, or you can put .NET also. If you want to ask GitHub Copilot .NET, see. Okay, so if I actually give some things here, actually it will generate all the codes and everything. So I can ask them that how can I create a .NET Core solution in my PC. Okay, So it will give us the steps actually. So if you see here, if I give the prompt in the Copilot actually, it will give the steps like this actually. Okay, so if I'm going, if I am actually, if I follow these steps one by one, for example, okay, you can actually decide directory and we need to create a new project. This is a command I'm going to do. My solution, okay, .NET USLN was created successfully now. And then actually, if you see, so I'm creating a new web application actually. See here, so that actually my web application was successfully created. So it will be restoring my project actually, and then it will take some times to restore. So the person who is very much new to .NET actually they can make use of this GitHub Copilot chat to create to ask them how we can create a new solution and how we want to what kind of project he needs to build in .NET actually like that and all he can able to give. And now actually I'm adding this project to my SLN actually to program file. So once this is done, I am actually moving to my web API folder actually. Okay, there I was been having this thing, and I'm running my program now. .NET Run. So once my program is running actually, okay, so it will be giving us the output in my localhost 5000. So like this, actually, you need to use GitHub Copilot chat actually while if you want to create a solution or if you want need any suggestions like that actually. So now if you see my application is running actually. So if I click in this portal or in this URL actually, I can be able to access my web API. It will take some time. So actually, this is how actually we are going to use our my web. It's that GitHub Copilot chat for creating a new solution in .NET and actually how to access it actually. So if you see here actually, I am actually opening the file actually which have been created now. Okay, so it is like which part actually uses Lenovo, and then actually I'm going for a my web API. So I'm actually opening my selected folder. So don't say the program actually which we created by using our GitHub the chat actually we can able to see here actually to see means here. Okay, so once this is done actually, okay, if I want to write any code actually or if I want to do anything want to put something here and write a function to call a weather API from AccuWeather endpoint. It will take some time because GitHub Copilot has been a thing. See here, actually, this itself is nowadays giving a suggestion for us as a prompt actually. Uh, take some time to generate, that it will come. Or else actually we can do it like this actually like a write a function to add to numbers. See, it's getting actually app.market and then with name.add with .openai. That's it actually. Okay. So like this actually it will start creating us some suggestions actually if you've been using this one actually as a the GitHub Copilot suggestions also actually. So most of the time actually people will be using this actually from the GitHub Copilot chat, and suggestions also will be used as a basic programmer for the every programmer who is making use of it actually. So this is how about the prerequisites and how to make use of a GitHub Copilot chat and GitHub Copilot for your .NET programming and .NET framework environment and with some C# programming actually. So if you want to create one more file actually, okay, I am going it for new text file. Okay, control I if I'm giving it. Okay, ask Copilot or type for some commands actually. Generate a program to run which describes about binary tree using C#.NET. Start generating. See, if I want it in, I want this to be in tree framework. Okay, I hope so. Everyone aware of tree framework or knows about data structures actually. Okay, so if it's like oh, sorry. It's not allowed. It's okay, fine. We'll come up with binary itself. So if it's been like, and also I want to include deletion, updation, and narration of notes also in this program. We'll be changing our existing code accordingly, actually. So see here, my entire code has been now generated here for binary search programming with addition, deletion, and stuff and updation actually. Okay, so if I run this one, just use it here. Now I will go for a terminal. Binary created successfully. Okay, so like this actually, our GitHub Copilot has been used in creating your code in an efficient and most performance way actually. So if I want to create a unit testing also actually in that case actually, if I am giving it here actually like in this actually I want to have means actually new text file, control plus I, create a unit test file and using a XUnit framework. See here actually, it's been created a thing here actually using a XUnit one, and actually if you see here actually this we can make use of some inputs and from your side and we can have a with unit testing. So like this, if you are using GitHub Copilot in your programs actually, or if you're in your projects means actually it will reduce your complexity by and by increasing your productivity as well in means of performance improvements, optimizations, writing the test cases or unit test cases, or then actually by implementing some difficult logics and all. The code which is generated by this is not 100% sure, but if a programmer is actually experienced enough, he can be able to fix it 20% of the code by themselves as well. So that's it about by this session. I'm really thankful for D skill and also developer community, Mr. Govit Saravanan, Gopal Singh, and then actually Mr. Nasir Khan also actually for giving me this opportunity. If you guys want to know more about this thing, actually you can connect me over my LinkedIn address, which is displayed in the screen, and I'm really happy to help you guys actually by means of IoT, Copilot as well. Actually, whichever topics you guys have a doubt or you need any clarifications. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Sarvanan. You've been an amazing expert,
Yeah.
friend, mentor for us. Thank you so much for giving us your time. We
Yes.
look forward to seeing you in Delhi soon.
Sure, sir. So, yeah, Rohit sir. Thank you so much. Actually, thank you. Bye bye. Yeah. Have a great
Bye.
day.